Chapter 7. Pete's hyperventilating so much, I think he's going to pass out, even though my own heart rate is now skyrocketing through the ceiling and out of the laboratory. I say, "Calm down, Pete. Just calm down. I know it's super freaky, but it's not going to hurt us." "How do you know? That could be us." A loud thud resounds as he backs into the elevator wall. I don't really have an answer for that. I guess I can't really know for sure, but I settle for because it's a corpse. I mean, it's dead. At least I sure hope so anyway, because it'd be seriously freaky if that thing started moving or standing or doing something right about now. But it doesn't as we continue to gaze at it, and Pete's heavy wheezes start to lessen, then disappear completely. Same with mine. Alright, good. He puts a hand to his scrawny chest, which is still heaving a bit. Very good. Wait, this isn't good. That's a dead person, Sandy. An actual dead person, sitting at this laboratory's reception desk as if it's just another day at the job. I mean, there's no way that can actually be a good thing, right? I don't answer. Instead, I continue sweeping the area with my gaze, and my gut clenches, my hands growing cold and moist as I wring them. I hate to say it, Pete, but it looks like that guy's got some company. I point to an all-metal corridor that branches off the reception room straight ahead, though it's partly in shadow because the light's not on over there, but enough filters over from this area to make out what appears to be another pale, human-like figure splayed out in the middle of the hallway. Like the corpse at the desk, it doesn't even look to be wearing any clothes. It's just a waxen mass of flesh and bone. But that might be because whoever it was died many years ago, and the body's acids eventually ate away all its clothing. At least, I heard somewhere that that's eventually what happens. "I think I'm gonna be sick," Pete says. "Seriously, I'm gonna puke." Now that he mentions it, a nauseous feeling slithering around my stomach too. I rub my clammy hands against it, trying to coax it to settle down, but it's not really working. I admit, it's not looking good, I say. "Something happened down here, Pete. Something bad." "Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock. We should leave. Like, right now. I mean, who knows what killed those two people? Or if it killed more? Or if it's still around, whatever it is." I hate to say it, but he's totally right. This is completely and utterly crazy, and horrifying, and potentially extremely dangerous. Yeah, let's go. I flip off the lights, blanketing the room in total blackness again, and go back into the elevator. I push the button with a shaky finger, and the doors slide shut so Pete and I can stare at our sunken eyes and our sunken faces that are ashen as the corpses we just saw. "We can't tell Mom and Dad," I say. "No, definitely not." I'm glad he agrees, because Mom and Dad would be really angry and we just plain went off the main road. Forget about breaking and entering a top-secret lab full of waxy corpses. We just freaked them out. "We'll tell them we saw the emerald veins," I say. "That we went to the canyon they told us to go to in the first place. That's it." "Sounds like a good idea to me." The elevator squeals open, and the intense Colorado heat smacks into us. I don't think I've ever been so happy to feel it, or any kind of intense heat my entire life. "There's still time to check out the other canyon, though," Pete says. I try for a smile. "Yeah, I guess that's true. Let's go." We exit the elevator, and as soon as we do, the doors slide shut and the cabin dips back down into the earth, the gray concrete square settling into the spot it was before. I shiver as I cast one last, long look at the square. Then Pete and I head back along the canyon bottom and up the zigzagging trail to the rim, silent the whole way. We navigate our way back through the woods, following the worn, overgrown trail we took to get there, still deathly quiet. We have way too much to think about, and two utterly horrifying images we're trying to erase from our memories. At least I definitely am. Finally, we make it to the main road, and I breathe what feels like a deep, inward sigh of relief. Back to our family vacation. Back to a normal life. Pete and I can totally forget what we just saw, pretend it never even happened at all, And as far as we're both concerned, or at least me, there is no old, overgrown trail branching off Grover Canyon State Park's main road. And there definitely isn't a canyon at the other end with a top-secret laboratory hidden underneath it. Pete and I continue along the main drag toward the canyon Mom and Dad wanted us to visit in the first place. But as soon as we round the first corner, we stop short. A little ways down the road, maybe a quarter mile or so, a small knot of 3 police cars is blocking it, their red and blue lights flashing. Huh, that's weird. What's going on over there, I ask. Beats me. Apparently that's turning into Pete's favorite phrase. But another intense feeling grips me, and it's not just curiosity. Something else is going on in this park, something not good from the looks of it. We should go check it out, I say, see if anything's wrong. Yeah, okay. We continue toward the knot of cop cars. Along the way, we pass a large parking lot on the side of the street with a wide, clearly marked trailhead. A big wooden sign next to it reads, Grover Grand Canyon. That must lead to that other canyon, I say, the one Mom and Dad wanted us to go to. Pete nods, his expression still a bit hollow, probably wishing we'd done that all along like I am. Finally, we make it to the cop cars, and a tall, well-built policeman and a shorter, pretty chubby policewoman step out of one. Sorry, guys. The man trains his stern gaze on us. You can't go past this point. Oh, I say, how come? The whole area's been cordoned off. No one's allowed to leave or enter. The whole area? I ask. The whole park, the woman says, then takes a bite out of a big white powdered donut she's holding in one hand. I guess it's true what they say about cops. Well, some of them anyway. She sees me eyeing the donut and carefully wraps it back in the paper napkin she's holding in her other hand before shoving it all in her pocket. So much for sharing. How come? I ask. Not sure, the man says. We've just been given strict orders not to allow anyone to enter or leave the premises. Oh, well that's definitely weird. And kind of unnerving. What could possibly be going on? Has this ever happened before? Pete asks. Oh, good question. Wish I'd thought of it myself. The woman shakes her head, some white powder still coating her plump lips. Not that I know of. Also weird. The man puts a hand to his ear. Roger, just a couple of kids at the moment, sir. He must be using a radio earpiece to talk to someone at headquarters or something. The man's jaw goes slack as his face grows a few shades paler. Huh? What's that, sir? Come again? A long silence. If possible, his face seems to grow pastier, his jaw slacker. But they're just kids, sir. Another long silence. Okay, I understand, sir. He removes his hand from his ear, then brings it to the handle of the black pistol sticking out of the holster jutting from his waist. He pulls the gun out of the holster and points it right at me.